Hi, this is Jeff Muchmore, and today we're going to walk through quickly how to add items and services to your Echo RM Field Service CRM system. When an administrator goes to schedule an appointment in Echo RM, the services that are available for them to choose from are not services that are preset, but actually services that you yourself set up in the Echo system. So the question is, how do you set those up? And how are they going to function for you and for your users in the future? I'm going to go to another example of an ecosystem that's got just a couple of services so you can see this example actually in place a little bit more clearly. So when we want to add services, we want to keep in mind that our services are actually made up of both services and items. So for example, if we're going to do a TR21 application, and I click in the services area here to expand it, down in services, it shows the services that are going to show up on that appointment screen. And here if I click on the TR21 application, you'll see that a TR1 application consists of labor, 1.5 hours worth of labor, and 1 gallon of TR21. So if we want to go ahead and actually create a new service, we have to make sure that all the items that we're going to be adding to that service already exist before we create the service. So let's say that we want to create a widget installation service, for example. What we would do is go over to our items area. We do not have a widget, so we'll go ahead and add a new widget. Then we're going to give a SKU number for the widget. We'll just say this is WDG1. It's a widget. The description isn't going to be too well a standard widget. We'll use that. It's already there. We'll say that our widget is a $75 widget. You can see there's a status of active or inactive. What type is, what's the unit of measurement for the widget? So for example, for service, it's typically going to be measured in hours. Some businesses are going to measure that in minutes. Some are going to measure it in days. For liquids, it could be ounces, gallons, pints, etc., milliliters, liters. So whatever a description is for the unit of measure, in this case for a widget, it's probably going to be something like each, or you might perhaps use unit as a measure, just the word unit. Is that taxable is the final question here. So in this case, we're going to say that our widget itself as an item is taxable. Depending on your state, services typically not taxable. Products typically are taxable. So we've set up our widget. Go ahead and save the widget. Now we want to go over and create a new service. So we'll click on services again. We don't have a widget service here. We'll go ahead and add one. So we'll call this a widget installation. And we're going to call this price of a widget installation, let's just say it's $125. And we're going to say that this takes 60 minutes to complete. You'll see that you've got your options. Is it a repair service, a maintenance service, or installation service? Pricing type. So the standard service can include service and products, service only. It could be part of part of a contract, or no cost. And these items here really all come into play when you get into invoicing. So service and products means that these are going to be itemized on your invoice. Service only would be that it's only a service, doesn't really include any products. Part of a contract means you're typically not going to be handling invoicing out of Echo. You're billing on some separate system. And of course, no cost is no cost. We'll say this is service and products, meaning that the portions of these items can be increased or decreased. So you could, for example, say that I'm going to a job to install a widget, come to the job and find out that you need 2 widgets, so you can increase the count of the number of widgets, and your invoice would reflect that as well. You might find that you need a widget rail to properly install that widget, and you could add that product. Then you're going to indicate on the service level, is the service itself taxable? It's going to assume that the entire amount is taxable at this point in time. We're going to say that $75 of this service is taxable. Basically, the product portion of the service is taxable. So we're going to go ahead and create it. When we create this product, now you see that you can go ahead and add service items. We're going to add the service items. So we're going to add labor. We're going to call a quantity of 1. We're going to create that. That's going to have our labor added. And now we're going to add the actual widget. So come down here to widget. We're going to add one widget too. Go ahead and create it. Now our service is set up. Now if we go to an appointment over here and we want to add a new appointment, you'll see that the widget installation is actually available. So just to follow it through and finish out how it will look, we could see, we'll say we're going to set up an appointment for Sally Library here, and we'll just go ahead and click through this to get you to where you could see how this is going to play out. Once we start the service, you'll see that the widget service has already been predefined for you, and this is what I mentioned earlier. The widget installation is going to occur. It's $125. You could see that the units are fall in line underneath the widget installation here, and this is where your service comes into play. You can adjust these if need be. You can add additional items to the service, and you can also do this when you get to invoicing, once you get to the invoicing step. But this is where your service plays out, and that's essentially it. Adding items and services to Echo RM is just that easy. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. As always, we hope you have a wonderful day. If you need any additional information, please feel free to contact us. You can see our website and our number here. You can also leave us comments. And we look forward to releasing additional videos on Echo to help you in your journey with Echo Relationship Management.